Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we are updating the theme team tier list. We're going to go with the same like goal that we did for the last theme team tier list, and that's 150 likes, and I'll make the full, I'll break down every single team and give them 50-50 grades, offense, defense grades. I'll make that whole video if you guys do want to see that. So hit the like button if you want to see that video. Of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. 63% of you guys who watch the videos are actually not subscribed, so most likely that's you right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and I will be live tonight on Twitch, 8 p.m. Eastern, rating teams live for the first hour of the stream. And then we're going to play a little bit of Madden and do whatever else we're going to do, but link for the Twitch is in the description. Without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so as we do in these videos, we're going to talk about the top 10 theme teams in the game right now. At number 10, I got Washington. What I value is obviously top-end cards getting speed boosts, which this team does get in my opinion, and also cards that might be outdated speed-wise, kind of getting that second wind. And to me, that's kind of what Deion Sanders is. Like 95 speed is that great right now, but 97 speed Deion with, still a pretty return man for free, and even be able to get his X Factor, which is still yak him up, which is pretty good. So to me, Deion Sanders is one of those cards where it's like, he's a little bit outdated, but on Washington, it puts him more on pace. And then also Montez Sweat as well, 94 speed, but he's 6'6". So you can still use a card like that if you need to at 96 speed. So Washington, I do like it. Of course, yak him up, Andre Reed's there for you too. Only reason that I have them a little bit low is because they don't have a running back. They would be much higher if they had I don't know, maybe like a Adrian Peterson upgrade or a good Austin Eckler, who knows? Or I don't know, I'm just thinking of Sean Alexander, maybe, who knows? But at quarterback, Fitzmagic can definitely play for you. You have Jordan Reed, Vernon Davis as well, who can also play wide receiver if you need him to. Offensive line, you have 94, 97, 96, 92, 97. You could use every single offensive lineman, which opens up more cheats for your team, which is a big W there. And then on defense, you have Dion, DRC, Kendall Fuller, and Champ Bailey, who can all play. You have Bruce Smith off one edge. You have Colossus, Brian Orakpo off the other. The lack of a user and the lack of a running back keeps this team out of S tier, but really they are very close to popping off. If we get two good Washington upgrades as a user or as a running back, we're set for Washington. But really, this team's very good if you want to build them out. Because with cheats, if you just use running back Bo Jackson and use, Isaiah Simmons middle linebacker, this team's really good. I mean, besides, I guess you probably would have to use Cameron Curl because of his speed, and maybe use someone else over the top. I don't know, but Washington's kind of underrated in a pretty good team. I may have even underrated them in this video, to be honest. Next up is the Ravens theme team, number 9. So my main reason for the Ravens being a little bit lower than what you might have expected is because of the wide receivers. I don't like any of their wide receivers. I mean, they do get Deion Sanders, but he's going to be your focal point guy. You don't have another guy. You do have 97 speed Zay Flowers, but he's nothing special. And then you have 97 speed Steve Smith Sr. at 5'9". He's nothing really too special. Raheem Mostert, already 99 speed, but Derrick Henry could be a good upgrade. Ricky Williams will get upgrades. Lamar Jackson, it's probably going to be your starting QB. You have Juszczyk, you have Waller, you have Shannon Sharp as well. So you have two good tight ends here. Waller doesn't move that well, but he can get 99 speed at 6'6". So that's actually can be a wide receiver option kind of for you know what I mean? If you want to do that. Offensive line, a lot of holes really, especially at tackles. I mean, you could probably use Orlando Brown, probably could use Ben Powers, probably could use Zeitler. I mean, you definitely can use Zeitler. You probably could use Morgan Moses, but you really can't. But safeties I like, of course, Ed Reed. Kyle Hamilton, I think, is one of the best cards in the game. At edge rusher as well, I do value edge rusher too. You have Jadeveon Clowney and Zadarius Smith, but kind of weak at corner with Marcus Peters and Devin Hester. But Deion Sanders, Ed Reed, two good edge rushers. CJ Mosley's a solid enough user where you can use the card. And then you also have on offense and potential 99 speed, pass catcher. And the receivers are fast, they're just not great. And you have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. So I think this team is definitely deserves to be in the top 10. I'm gonna put them at number 9. But I'm happy with that. Again, Ravens could be higher maybe with a couple upgrades, but they're pretty close. And coming in at number 8, we have the Lions theme team. So this theme team offensively is just solid, very complete. You have Peoples-Jones, you have Amon-Ra, you have Calvin Johnson, even Jameson Williams gets 99 speed on a full Lions team. So it's a really solid offense. Matt Stafford, is he great? No, but can he play on a Lions team? Yeah, sure. You have Jahmyr Gibbs or, Jamal Williams, Laporta, Hutchinson's a good run blocker. Laporta's going to be your pass catcher. Offensive line-wise, you have really, you could use the whole offensive line. Evan Brown, Laken Tomlinson, Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell. You can use all of them. Then on defense, you have Melifonwu. Elliott, you really... Yeah, probably wouldn't want to use him. But Melifonwu, I do really like. And then you have Aiden Hutchinson's Genki Force card. And then at corner, you have Brian Branch, Cam Sutton, who I don't know if he'll be in the... I guess he won't leave the game. And then Night Train Lane as well. So, main reason is they have a really good offense, in my opinion. Like, you can run this whole offense without a single cheat, which I find value in. And then on defense, you have Melifonwu, who's good. Brian Branch, who's, like, very good. And you can also use Aiden Hutchinson. And you can use Night Train Lane still, too. So, that's a lot of names and a lot of good cards that get the +2 boost or whatever boost your Lions team's going to get. So, I do like the Lions team a lot because they're just really solid, really. I mean, that offense is really what does it for me. They got options, they're solid, and their defense is good enough where you could run this team with ease. Coming in at number 7, right? 7, 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah, okay. Coming in at number 7, we have the Eagles theme team. Receiving-wise, they're very good, right? You see it. Harold Carmichael, A.J. Brown, Julio Jones. Quarterback, do I love Randall Cunningham? Do I love Vince Young? But I like Randall Cunningham if I had to pick one. And Randall Cunningham, or you could even use Dak as well because he gets all NFC East chems. I was in the wrong conference and division, but I figured it out. But yeah, you could use Dak here too if you wanted to. But an Eagles fan using Dak at quarterback just kind of feels wrong. But running back, Vic's serviceable. Offensive line wise, you're probably gonna have to cheat on Mailata and Cam Jurgens. I know you guys probably love the Jurgens. On defense though, they get Nnamdi Asomugha, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, Kevin Byard, and edge rush wise, they get Javon Curse. And they get William Perry, and they get Jalen Carter. So you could probably run, and you can also run even Minister of the defense, honestly. And you probably could still use her Harold Carmichael, although he's a little bit slow. They're pretty good. I think they do belong where they're at, because of the lack of safety. Pass rush, it's good. It's good. You know what I mean? Like no real good of effective X factors on the defensive line. Corners are obviously crazy with Nnamdi. 2 good corners, pass rush, but to me it kind of falls apart. Halfback, quarterback, tight end. That's kind of why. That's what keeps them out of S tier, in my opinion. But with cheats, obviously an Eagles team could go crazy because they have that top end potential. I think they're very close to catching fire. They're very close. Another one of those teams. So coming in at number 6, I'll be honest, I was between this team and an Eagles team for the 6-7 spot. I was kind of going back and forth between them. The Packers team, it's good, right? And they kind of got good right before you kind of want your theme team to get good if you're going to be playing endgame Madden, because basically every top end card that comes out now you can use until Madden 25 on a theme team. So I feel like the Packers team came out just a little bit too early. Just a little bit. They got hot a little bit too early. Only 95 speed on Devontae Adams. Jay Alexander, I mean, he gets 96, but he's only 5'10", and abilities are not that great. MVS is probably the second best receiver behind Watson, which he's obviously good. But they get Luke Musgrave, who's one of the best pass catchers in the game right now in general. You of course get Josh Jacobs, who's a stud. You have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Again, a little bit too early for Rodgers, in my opinion. Offensive line, you can use all the interior guys. I would cheat with Zach Tom and cheat with Rasheed Walker. But then on defense, you have Charles Woodson, Devontae Adams there too, Jair Alexander, Julius Peppers over the top. And their users are actually really good. You get Ted Hendricks. This is why I kind of took them over the top. I feel like they have better names. I know Harold Carmichael's kind of a big one, but his offense is very consistent. It's almost Lions-like. I would say the Lions are maybe a little bit worse than this one, but it's quite Lions-like. And then on defense, you're also looking very solid. You even have Herb Adderley down there. You can definitely still use Gilbert Brown. I know people don't want to hear, but you definitely can. You even have Minister of the defense, and you even have Zadarius Smith. And I would probably cheat somewhere else. Maybe try running a 2-linebacker set with Wildman and Ted Hendricks. Julius Peppers can still play probably over the top on a Packers team, to be honest with you. So, pretty good team. I think Packers do deserve, and that's kind of what the difference was. I think they do deserve to be an S-tier squad. They're just too complete, really, not to be a low S-tier team. A bunch of top-end names, +2 speed, and they've been getting upgrades and continue to get upgrades. So, S-tier for the Pack. At number 5 is your Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like this team has been S-tier for the whole year. I would have to go back and look, but they're crazy, man. Mahomes, people, if you only watch my short content, you'll see that Mahomes is not mentioned much because he's always at number 6 quarterback or number 7, right? But Mahomes is very good, okay? I'll make sure to put him on any short content I make this week. But yeah, Mahomes, he's good, okay? You can use the card if you can get over the release. He's got a good ability stack. He's able to use run and gun if you want to go down that route. He's a good quarterback. And with the speed boost, benefits a lot. We then have Travis Kelce at tight end. Travis Kelce, tight end, probably the best pass-catching tight end in the game right now, in my opinion, as far as abilities and X factors go. At receiver, you have the 99 speed, potentially MVS. You have Dante Hall, who's able to get yak him up. You have 99 speed Tyreek Hill. Rashee Rice probably won't get any more upgrades this year, but if he does, he'll probably get 99 speed and 65 awareness would be my guess. Payne Hill is still a top 5 running back in the game. Offensive line, you're looking very complete. On defense, you add Fred Williamson, you get L'Jarius Sneed, you have Kendall Fuller, who everyone gets, but still, he's considered a chief. If you want to do something like that, you could. You have Justin Reed, Eric Berry. Again, everyone gets that Eric Berry, but not this one. So you probably would go like something like this. And then pass rush wise, you get Karlaftis with Colossus, Jared Allen, Chris Jones, and you can use Melvin Ingram or UL Terrell Suggs, who I would actually prefer. So just a very complete team. The one thing they're missing to me is a user, and that's easy to cheat with right now in the game. This team is just so complete, and I might actually be undercutting the Chiefs right now. I might have to move them up a little bit, but for now, they're at number 5. This could change by the end of the video. I'm just kind of looking at how insanely consistent this team really is. Next up, we have the Steelers theme team. Last night, when I did these rankings, I felt like the Steelers were better than the Chiefs. Let's see if me this morning feels the same way. Terry Bradshaw. The only problem with Terry is the fact that it takes a while for his pass lead elite to charge up. And if you don't want to use his X factor as your velocity boosting ability, it's going to cost you 5 AP, which is full price. And it's a 7 AP setup and a 9 AP meta. I don't like it. And especially when you have these kind of receivers on this team. Like, you have a yak 'em up receiver that's able to be ram blocked for by Hines Ward. I mean, this is a dream scenario here. Hines Ward, they didn't even improve his run block from his Super Bowl card, but still just crazy. I mean, Hines Ward cards in the run game make a huge difference. You have Hines, even Plexco's not like terrible against the run as far as his size and strength goes. I've used him for a while, but Steelers team, very complete. And I am almost guaranteeing a Mike Vick for Ring of Honor, so do expect that. We haven't had a Mike Vick card since Christmas, and Ring of Honor's coming up that didn't have a quarterback last year, so it's 100% Mike Vick in my opinion. Mike Vick on this team would go crazy and would 100% be better than Terry Bradshaw, probably no matter what. Just because I don't like the velocity boosting ability. In traditional 2, it's not a bad release. It's not a top end release though. But with Gunslinger, it'll make you feel that way. I'll tell you that. It's pretty consistent. It's probably like a mid to high end release in my opinion. But okay, let's go to the defense. Trey Williamson, Joey Porter, Patrick Peterson, and Mel Blount. The only problem with his Steelers team is that if you are a zone guy and you play zone, you're going to have to run man on a Steelers team. All these guys get pretty much exclusively man abilities. You're going to have to run man-to-man coverage, learn how to do it, learn the ins and outs. Minka Fitzpatrick, he's good. Even still, reinforcement, Palomalu, you can use him if you want to spend that 3 AP on it. Pass rush-wise, it's probably like their only hole, TJ Watt. And to me, pass rush and offensive line are on the lower end of the totem as far as what I value on a theme team. And what I do value, this team kind of gets all of it. You know, kind of like, look at like Darnell Washington, for example. He's tall, a little bit slower, but on a Steelers team, 97 speed with his size. Yeah, I'll take that, right? Even a good run blocker, you know what I mean? So, to me, the Steelers team, I do still think they're better than the Chiefs team. They get a bunch of high-end upgrades. I like the receiving core better. I would say I think I like Patty more than Bradshaw, but I'm kind of foreshadowing a Mike Vick because I would almost guarantee it, okay? I almost would. And that goes for, Jets teams, Falcons teams, who else? Jets, Falcons, Steelers, and there's one, Eagles teams. How did I miss the Eagles? How did I forget about the Eagles for Mike Vick? How did I do that? Either way, yeah, we got Steelers at number 4. Number 4 for the Steelers. Coming in at number 3, and the top 3 here I was pretty, on the fence with, to be honest. But Harold Carmichael, 99 speed. You get Mike Irvin, yak him up. You get Brandon Cooks. You can even run Keyshawn Johnson, Jimmy Smith. I think they even have CeeDee Lamb. They got more you can run here. So you don't got to use Brandon Cooks. Emmitt Smith, of course, angry runs. Sign me up. You get Troy Aikman, who's a very good card. If you're able to play from the pocket. If not, maybe Randall for you. You have Dalton Schultz, who's a stud. Offensive line-wise, they're good enough. Did they give Tyron Jets chems yet? No, they didn't. Also, they didn't give him Hassan Reddick either yet. Come on, EA, pick it up. You have Stephon Gilmore, though, Chidube, who every team gets, but they still count. You have Trayvon Diggs, you have Herb Adderley, so very good there as far as your corners go. You can really run any of these guys in any order that you want. It's all good. Darren Woodson, still pretty good, of course, on a theme team. No, I mean, Malik is still okay, but you probably would want to cheat there. But pass rush-wise, you do get DeMarcus Ware, Micah Parsons. Harold Carmichael can still be your user, but obviously Chuck Howley's still a stud. And you also have Ed Too Tall Jones. So, very good pass rush with good safeties. And the offense is just crazy. Like top-end card, top-end card, top-end card, top-end card. CeeDee Lamb, Jimmy Smith, or Keyshawn Johnson, or Brandon Cooks, depending on which one you prefer with your abilities or whatever. All very good. And you get a good tight end, and you get Deion Sanders, and you get Stephon Gilmore, and you get Trevon Diggs, and you get Herb Adderley with good pass rush. Especially like DeMarcus Ware is a stud. Like just an absolute monster of a card. So yeah, this one to me is pretty easy. I do think that it's pretty close between, I guess, the Steelers and the Cowboys. Like this whole top 5 is pretty close to me, but I think what puts the Cowboys over the edge is having 99 speed Harold Carmichael. That's pretty nice to have. Okay, we're down to our final 2 teams. We're about to reveal who the number 1 squad is. But, I mean, once we reveal number 2, you'll know who number 1 is. But let's just go into it. Okay, number 2, 49ers theme team. 49ers theme team at number 2. No quarterback, which I think is what subconsciously kept them at another number 1 spot for me. But receivers, you have 99 speed, potentially 99 speed, 98 speed with a good build. Running back, 99 speed, Raheem Mostert. You have all the Christian McCaffrey cards. I prefer the Super Bowl one. You have Kyle Juszczyk. You have Vernon Davis. You have George Kittle. Offensive line, you could use all the guys without cheats if you really want to. At corner, you get Deion Sanders, Shavarius Ward. You get Nnamdi Asomugha. We're waiting for the next Sherman upgrade, which should be coming soon. You have Jair Brown. You have Ronnie Lott. You have Patrick Willis, who does get Colossus and can be a pass rusher, paired with another amazing user, that's Fred Warner. So you can use Fred Warner as your user, pass rush with Patrick Willis and Chase Young, and use Arik Armstead. Just a very good and deep team with a bunch of top-end cards that get good X factors, that get good abilities. They're 1 QB away from, I think, being number 1. And maybe if they're like a Randy upgrade or something like that away, it might go crazy. And I feel like, I don't know who it's going to be for Ring of Honor, but I'd be surprised if there isn't a good 49er card for the Ring of Honor promo. So, number 2, we're going to go with the 49ers, leaving number 1 up to 1 team. And you know who it is, okay? You know who it is. Not what team it is, you know who it is. And of course, number 1 is the Bo Jackson theme team. But the scariest thing about this team is the fact that Bo Jackson isn't like the main reason why they're number 1. I mean, he's definitely a reason, but they have a ton of really good cards, like Darius Hayward-Bay, for example. I mean, this Bo Jackson tight end, I would actually play him at receiver and do something like this at tight end. Like Darren Waller and Dave Casper are tight ends with an offensive line where you really don't have to cheat anywhere besides if you want to Trent Brown, and then you have to swap these 2 if you don't want to use Lincoln Kennedy. But honestly, they're pretty due for upgrades. But receiver-wise, you have Darius Hayward-Bay. I would probably even do something like this even. Devontae Adams, a little bit slow, but like 97 speed on the team. But he always runs routes well, plays well. But Darius Hayward-Bay, Bo Jackson, Devontae Adams. So that's a pretty good group of receivers. You pair that with the best running back in the game. You pair that with, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the game as well. All guys that benefit from a speed boost, getting 99 speed everywhere. 99 speed, 99 speed, 99 speed, 99 speed, 99 speed, 99 speed. It's everywhere, okay? And we go over to the defense, and it gets crazy. Because you have cornerback Bo Jackson sitting back here. I would actually play him at safety. And you got Ronnie Lott, you got Bo Jackson, you have Carl Weathers, you have Derek Carr, who can be your user, sure. You can even use this Bo Jackson if you wanted to. You can even use Ted Hendricks, too. You have so many linebackers. This is a 6'1" man's dream. You have Warren Sapp, who I think if you have a choice, I would use him over Howie Long, which is better cost effective. You have Max Crosby, you have Justin Tuck, you have a bunch of names, and then at corner, Fred Williamson, Charles Woodson, Nnamdi Asomugha, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, and cornerback Bo, who we just put at safety. So, to me, I don't think there's a team better than the Raiders right now. They've gotten better. Like, when it was just the Bo Jackson team, I think I had him at number 3, but they've added, like, these real deals cards that they've added are crazy. Like Williamson's a top-end cornerback build. Ours ability's great, no, but just still a top-end cornerback build. Nnamdi Asomugha, he's great. He's special. Charles Woodson, 2 DRC. I mean, they're crazy, man. They're crazy. And they're also the Raiders, so you know they're going to get fed. Again, kind of the same thing I said with the Niners, where they're going to get upgrades. And I guess all I'm going to say is this tier list, right? It's looking interesting, right? You have the Raiders, the Niners, the Cowboys, the Steelers. Like, these are historic franchises right here, man. And they're always at the top? Interesting. Hey, interesting, man. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, either way, my top 5 theme teams right now in Madden 24. Number 1, Raiders. Number 2, Niners. Number 3, Cowboys. Number 4, Steelers. And number 5, Kansas City Chiefs. Drop a comment down below. Who's too high? Who's too low? What's your team snub? And again, hit that like button if you guys want to see the full theme team breakdown video. I'll do it. It just takes a lot of time. And if you guys don't need it, I'm not going to make it. So hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, as always, I'll see you boys in the next one. And thank you for watching today's video.